Hey, hey, good evening, happy weekend. Let's hop in the group, see if I'm actually showing up here. It is Sunday morning for me. I'm still waking up. Apologies. So let me double check if I am here. Yes, all good. We're all good. All right. So, email marketing. I was evaluating our content in this Growth Without Sacrifice community the other day using our Group Ripper tool, which is incredible because it shows you exactly what people like to see. And I noticed that everyone seemed to respond very well to the content I had put out there about email marketing. So it seems to be a topic you are interested in learning more about. So I thought, okay, let's do this. Um, and I'll be sharing a very simple email marketing strategy that you can repeatedly implement, whether that's every week, every month, totally up to you. If you are really on your game with email marketing and you are already sending out consistent emails a couple times a week or maybe even daily, awesome. Keep that going, keep it up. And well, if it's working for you, you might want to skip this one. But if you are not yet consistent with your email marketing, if you maybe only have a short sequence in place when somebody signs up for something or subscribes to your list and then that's it and nothing is really happening, or it's really only once in a while that you have something to write people about and send emails, then you're in the right place. Because, yeah, up for grabs, this strategy, you could implement it today if you wanted to. So let me share my screen with you and show you. Let's see. I'll do it this way. Yeah. Here we go. Make this a little bit bigger. Yes. All right. Yeah, it's not February 28th anymore. By now it's March 6th. Planning went a little bit different than expected last week, but we're here now getting clients with email marketing. Again, a simple, tested, and proven email marketing strategy and a golden bonus tip, because if you stick around all the way to the end, I will be sharing one of my most successful emails of all times completely. So yeah, here we go. Again, if you don't have an email strategy, if you have no clue what to send to your subscribers, if your open rates are shit, no problem. Then just keep watching because I'll be sharing this email marketing strategy with you so that you can start converting some of your email subscribers. And yes, if you don't have a big list, if your open rates are shit, if your emails are going to spam, guys, these are just excuses, excuses, excuses. Yeah, it may suck, but we can do something about it. It's no reason to not be sending out emails. If you don't have a big list, first of all, you can grow it, of course, but you don't need a big list to convert people into clients. So start sending emails. Open rates are shit. That's why we're sharing this strategy, and there's tons of other tips I can share with you to increase your open rates. I actually recently did a live about this and different tips that can help you massively increase your open rates. Um, so yeah, if you go into if you want to check that video out, go into the guide section of this group because we have organized all of our content on different topics, so it's easy for you to find. And we've created one guide specifically about email marketing. That's where you'll find it. If your emails go to spam, yes, again, that's also something we can work on, and there's a lot we can do about that. So let's get into it. It's going to be a short one. What we'll cover is a simple strategy that contains 3 emails a week, mixing the following email types, with the first being super, super valuable. The second email type will be a storytelling email, sharing or showing the likable character you are. And the third type of email is a high percentage email, or a sales email, or hardcore direct call to action email. This is not the order we will be sending them out. It's not going to be one of each, but more about that later. These are the 3 types of emails we will be working with. And again, stick around because I'll be sharing my most successful email of all times, which you can just copy and use yourself. So first of all, this super, super valuable email is basically an email that solves their biggest problem with your expertise. So just to take a very simple and easy to understand example, I'm going to go with personal trainers, or whatever service that helps people lose weight. I know we're not all personal trainers in here. We have all types of service providers and online entrepreneurs here in the group, but this is something that is easy for everyone to understand and very relatable. We all know what it's about, what personal trainers do. So if you're helping people lose weight, it could be an email with the must-do exercise. It can be the must-do nutrition tip, or the must-take supplement. This will get you high open rates, especially if you have a subject line, anything like this, because those people who have this struggle or are trying to lose weight will definitely want to know what the must-do exercise is to lose the pounds, to drop a dress size, or whatever it may be. So it will get you high open rates. You can add some social proof as well, which really helps show and prove your expertise, if you have any, of course. If not, go get some. Go ask people for reviews and testimonials, either your current clients, people you worked with, or anyone you have helped out in the past. Then, of course, after each and every email, even though it's all about sharing value, you do want to add a call to action, which in this case could be something like, if you also want X result in X amount of time, then book a call with me. Let's discuss your plans for the next 90 days. And these results and amount of time, it's an example. It doesn't have to be specifically this line, but you can base this all on the results you've gotten people in the past, hopefully backed up with social proof, which shows exactly those results, or what people are looking for, and what you know you can help them achieve. Okay. So we're not being salesy at all. It's really all about sharing value and helping people out. Then our storytelling email. Stories about anything in your life, followed again by a subtle call to action. Find a way to connect a personal story to your products and your services. I know we always talk about having to share value, and yes, we do. We stand by that. And yeah, we really want to help people and show them what we can do for them, show them our knowledge and everything. That might not necessarily be the case in this storytelling type of email, but that's okay. I mean, not every email and every single post out there needs to be value based. The storytelling type of email gets you, again, high open rates, and it really helps you build likability and trust, which is, as we all know, something very important if we want to get people to buy from us. You want to make it personal. You want to be yourself. If you're funny, make it funny. If you have a interesting hobby, for example, then share about your hobby. Um, see if I can think of any examples, because in the meantime, I quickly want to check the group, see if we have anyone here with us, because I'm sharing my screen, so I cannot see the comments at this moment. We have, oh, we have Stacy here. Good evening, Stace. Nice to see you. So yeah, I'll just keep my phone here to to try and keep track of comments. If you have any questions, do let me know. But yeah, back to the storytelling type of email. Yesterday, I was strolling through my garden, feeling so grateful and really realizing this is my favorite season of the year, because we had a bunch of big passion fruits in the tree. We're getting so many mangoes. It's crazy. I can feed a whole city, I think, with mangoes very soon. Bananas, the pineapples, and it reminded me that previous harvest, I did a post about the pineapples in my garden, and how they reminded me, or how they made me talk of marketing, the whole marketing process, nurturing leads, um, and all of that. Yeah, I'm not going to go into all the details, but just to give you an example, I had nothing, pineapples, they have nothing to do with business. They have nothing to do with my business, right? I shared a little bit about my life, and I made a spin on it to make it about marketing, or what I do, or how I can help people, or still share a little bit of value. I remember that I received an email from one of the big names in the marketing space about him having to fly during the pandemic. And it was a storytelling email. It was a really good email. And I think the good thing about those emails as well as is that it's easy and fun to read, and people don't feel like they're being sold to. So he wrote this email about having to fly during the pandemic, a little bit about his experience, and how he tied this back to his services or his work was by telling us, or sharing with us, how much work he was able to get done on one single flight. So there's so many ways that you can tell a story, share something about your life, you as an individual, um, and then tie it to your products or services. So that is email type number 2. Then email type number 3 is a high percentage email, or a sales email. But I want to say this is one that you don't want to be sending out too often. So again, the 3 different email types I'm sharing with you, it's not in a specific order. It's not that you are going to send each one of them once a week. The high percentage email, I recommend to keep approximately to 1 a month, depending also on how many emails you're sending. And please don't get me wrong, not in any means am I trying to tell you to send less emails, because I'm quite the opposite. Actually, the more emails, the better, because the more emails you send out, the more people you are going to reach, the more conversions you'll be making in the end as well. Not everyone is going to open every single email you send, right? So the more you send, the more likely that you're going to be reaching more people. But this specific email, you want to keep to a minimum. There are certain exceptions. Maybe if you're in the middle of a launch, you want to send multiple sales emails before your card closes, etc. But in general, um, you want to be sharing more value than you want to be sending hardcore sales emails. So, but what are we exactly talking about when it comes to high percentage or sales emails? These can be launches, offers, sales announcements, call offers, or a 9-word email. You might be like, what the heck is that? I've never heard of a 9-word email. Don't worry. I'll be explaining that in detail. And the successful email I'll be sharing with you towards the end is a 9-word email. So you will see exactly what I mean. Stacy's saying, emails used to stress me out. Now I'm having fun with it and it flows. That's awesome, Stacy. I love hearing that. And that one email I saw from you was incredible. I loved it so much. So, yeah, again, this should never be the first email you send out in a sequence. This one always needs to follow after shared value first. This is where you go in with a very specific strategy to generate either a high percentage of sales. It could also be a high percentage of replies to get more engagement, which helps you for in multiple ways, or to get a high percentage or high number of booked calls. Are you having an affair on your business? I think that's the one you were thinking of. Yes, Stacy, that's exactly the one that I got to read from you, and it was awesome. So yes, high percentage email. Any questions on this so far? If you're not here with me live, but you're watching this on the replay, also feel free to drop any of your comments in the questions, and we'll be keeping an eye out for them and we'll answer them as soon as possible. But these are the 3 types of emails you can start with. So again, we now have a value email, a storytelling email, and a high percentage email. They've all had a call to action, maybe subtle, but they do have a call to action. Each of them can generate booked calls, generate sales, but you'll generate the most opportunities and sales from your high percentage email. Yeah, it can be that simple. So now I am going to share one of my very successful high percentage emails with you in a second. This one has generated a great number of booked calls and sales for both myself as my one-to-one clients. And today I'm going to be sharing it with you. Literally up for grabs. So you can copy it, you can make it your own, you can give your own spin on it and implement it yourself to start converting some of your subscribers into paying clients. Are we curious what this email is? Let me move this up a little bit because it's annoying the shit out of me. Sorry. So let's see. Okay. Here it is. This is literally it. Hi, first name. Are you still looking to achieve X? Question mark. Cheers, Misty. And of course, you don't have to copy these exact words. You can say hello first name, howdy first name, whatever comes natural to you. Same with cheers. Maybe you say warm regards, have a great day, healthy greetings, whatever it is. Are you still looking to achieve X? X, of course, is where we want to insert the goals your ideal and potential clients have. Or it could simply be something like, are you still looking to lose weight? It's this simple. And it works like magic, I can tell you. Why? Again, it's literally all there is to it. We're not using any complicated copywriting tactics. We are not using any marketing tactics at all. We're not adding a PS. We're not bolding or underlining anything. We're not mentioning any pain points, no features or benefits summed up. This is literally all there is to it. So why this works so well is because, first of all, because many people think that it is sent to them manually, that you are just checking in with them. It's not like a marketing email or sales email that goes out to everyone. And this really increases open rates. Usually one of two things happen. They'll either reply with yes or no, which is cool, absolutely fine, even if it's no. Or it will become even easier and they'll say something like, yes, actually, I was meaning to reach out to you. There you go. Booked call, and there's your sale. So here it is one last time. You can take a screenshot. You can take a photo with your phone if need to. But I think like this is so simple and so short. You can easily memorize it. You probably don't need to take any notes at all. But believe me, it works. So try it out. Emails like this, short emails, answering questions, also really help with your engagement. It helps more people actually open your emails because it feels more personal. You're getting more replies, which helps with spam rate and so many other things. Okay, so yeah, that's actually all for today. And let me stop sharing and take a sip of coffee. Let's see. Yeah, so that's literally all for today. A couple of things I want to add. First of all, if you need more help with your email strategies, if you have any questions, just reach out. If you want to, like, there's so many other strategies out there, right? And I'm not saying this is the best or any other way around. You need to see what works well for you and for your audience, but do something. Send out something. And the reason why I'm sharing this specific strategy is because it's maintainable. It is easy. You don't need to be a marketing expert. You don't need to be a copywriter to be able, in order to create and write emails like this. And yeah, again, if you already have big sequences and you filled out the whole year of content being sent out by email to your subscribers, cool, awesome, stick to it. You might not need this, but if you're not sending anything out, this is a great place to start. Okay, so if you do want to learn different marketing strategies or anything email marketing related, let us know and we'll make sure we put more of that out in the group. If you feel like your open rates aren't really where you'd like to see them, I recently did a live, repeat that one more time, about different tips to really increase your open rates. So you can find that in the guide section if you want to check it out. Last but not least, if you are not yet automating your email marketing, your email sequences, this is also something I highly recommend for different reasons. First of all, it saves you shitloads of time. Of course, like always, if we automate things, but also it gets you better conversion rate. It gets you better open rates because you are able to segment your list, because you are able to send certain content to people based on an activity or a call to action they took, based on a tag they have, many other things. There are plenty of email service providers out there. We have Mailblue, we have MailChimp, we have ActiveCampaign, MailerLite. There's so many. Personally, we use and highly recommend ActiveCampaign. It is very simple to use and understand. And I find their customer service and their support really, really good, which is something that I find really important. If you're stuck on anything, if you have any technical issues, but even if you're not quite sure if you've done something right, you can always reach out to them and they're happy to help. They have chat support and everything. Also, compared to a bunch of other email service providers, they usually do a lot better when it comes to spam rate. I've worked with so many different one-to-one clients helping them with their email marketing. And most of them usually already had an email service provider before they started working with me. I'm not going to force anyone to change email service providers because of it. So I've learned to work with so many different ones, right? And I noticed that especially MailChimp is really known for emails ending up in spam. And yeah, so again, if you have an email service provider, all good. That's great. Stick with it. If not, and you're looking for one, again, I highly recommend Active Campaign. I will drop a link down below as well. If you want to check it out, they do offer a 14-day free trial as well for you to check it out. Play around with it, test it yourself. So, yeah, that's it. I wish you all a very good night, or for those of you in my time zone, a lovely Sunday. It looks like it's going to be really good weather here today. And I think we are going to check out some waterfalls today. Anyway, again, happy weekend and see you all soon. Bye.